Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive? This time we're exploring the fascinating world of Gemini 2.0, specifically how it processes visual information.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
I know, right? We're digging into some cutting-edge research here. It's called, let me get this right, Nuevo Modo de Visión de Gemini 2.
Catchy.
Yeah, definitely rolls right off the tongue. But in all seriousness, it's a Spanish language paper all about the new way Gemini 2.0 sees the world. And trust me, it's not just about recognizing objects anymore.
Right, we're way past that.
We're talking about AI that understands what it's seeing.
Like, really understands.
Imagine, you've got your desk, right? Papers everywhere, a coffee cup, pens.
The usual chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Gemini 2.0 can not only identify each item, but also understand the relationships between them.
It's like, okay, the pen is on top of that stack of papers next to the coffee cup, understanding the whole scene.
It's not just seeing, it's interpreting.
Context is king.
Totally. And why is this context thing such a big deal?
Well, think about it. For things like, medical image analysis, or security monitoring, or even just trying to get a computer to understand the mood of a photo, context changes everything.
Okay, so we've got an AI that sees context, but what else? Can it, explain what it's seeing?
Oh, absolutely. The research highlights how Gemini 2.0 can generate detailed descriptions of images. Like, really detailed. It's almost like it's telling you a story about the picture.
Whoa, hold on. So it's not just understanding what it sees, it can explain it too.
Yeah. And in a way that's useful for humans. Think about people with visual impairments.
Oh, right. That makes total sense.
Gemini 2.0 could describe the colors, shapes, the emotions conveyed in a picture, making visual information accessible to everyone.
That's powerful. It's like bridging the gap between seeing and understanding.
Exactly. And not only can it describe images, it can actually read text within them.
You mean like OCR?
Yep. And then it gets even wilder. It can actually manipulate images based on text commands.
Wait, seriously?
The source gives an example. It's in Spanish, of course. Haz esta imagen más brillante.
Which means?
Make this image brighter, and boom, Gemini 2.0 does it.
No way. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Based on a simple text command.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. Think about how this could change, design work.
Oh, totally. Instead of fiddling with sliders in Photoshop, you just tell Gemini 2.0 what you want, and it's done.
It'd be like having an AI art director.
Uh-huh. Pretty much.
But wait, there's more, right? What about emotions? Can this thing read emotions in photos?
Oh, you bet. And not just basic happy or sad. We're talking nuanced stuff.
Yeah.
Like, can it tell the difference between a slight smile and a big grin?
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
It can. Or can it recognize if a picture feels, peaceful, chaotic, joyful?
You're saying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gemini 2.0 can pick up on all those subtle cues.
So hold on. We've got AI that understands context, describes images, manipulates them based on commands, and reads emotions. What's next?
Well, buckle up. We're about to enter the world of video.
Video. It can analyze videos, too.
Oh, yeah. And this takes things to a whole other level. We're not talking about single snapshots anymore. This is about understanding how events unfold over time.
Whoa. So, it could be watching security footage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And identify suspicious activity based on movement patterns. Or analyze an athlete's performance to see where they can improve.
It's like having an AI coach.
Totally. It's like Gemini 2.0 can see the present, interpret the past, and maybe even predict the future based on patterns it's learned.
This is getting a little sci-fi, but I'm loving it.
But we're not done yet. You ready for the real mind blower?
Hit me.
Gemini 2.0 doesn't just analyze images and videos, it can create them too.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah. The research talks about its incredible generative abilities. Like, imagine describing a scene, right? Something totally from your imagination.
Okay, got it. I'm picturing it.
And then Gemini 2.0 takes your words and creates a unique image based on that description.
It's like an AI artist. This could revolutionize art, design, everything. But how? What's the magic behind all this?
Well, it's all thanks to some pretty amazing technological advancements. One of the key things is something called multimodal transformers.
Multimodal transformers. Those sound intense.
They are, but they're also super cool. Basically, they allow Gemini 2.0 to process text, images, and video as one big interconnected thing.
So it's not just seeing an image, it's understanding how that image relates to language, concepts, even time.
Precisely. It's all connected.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. But there must be more to it than that, right?
Oh, definitely. Another biggie is self-supervised learning.
Self-supervised, what does that even mean?
It means Gemini 2.0 can learn from tons of data without needing us to label everything for it. Like, it figures things out on its own.
That's kind of freaky, but also really cool.
Right. It's constantly learning and evolving, becoming more and more capable all the
It was
time.
like it's developing its own understanding of the world, independent of us.
In a way, yeah. And to do all that, it needs to be incredibly efficient. That's where visual compression comes in.
Visual compression, like zipping a file on my computer.
Kinda. It's a way of analyzing complex visuals without using a ton of processing power or storage, like simplifying the information without losing the important stuff.
So it's like making the most of its resources, being smart about how it processes information.
Exactly. And these three things, multimodal transformers, self-supervised learning, and visual compression, they're the foundation of everything Gemini 2.0 can do.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Context, descriptions, manipulation, video analysis, creation, and even the tech behind it all. What stands out to you the most?
That's a tough one. I think what really gets me is the potential impact on learning. Like, imagine everyone having access to a personalized AI tutor, one that adapts to your learning style, provides visual aids, answers your questions in real time.
Whoa, that would be a game changer for education.
Totally. It's about making knowledge accessible and engaging for everyone, not just in school, but throughout life.
That's a powerful vision for the future of learning. And it makes me think, what other areas of life could be transformed by this tech?
Oh, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
We're just scratching the surface here. It's really making me think about all the ways this could impact research, too.
Yeah.
Like, imagine feeding Gemini 2.0 a super dense research paper, one of those that takes, like, forever to read.
You mean the kind that makes your eyes glaze over? Yeah, I know those.
Exactly. And then Gemini 2.0 could, like, summarize the key findings in a way that anyone could understand.
Whoa. So no more struggling through pages of jargon.
Nope. It could even generate visuals to help explain the concepts.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. Like, it could break down those barriers to understanding complex research.
Exactly. And it's not just about understanding what's already out there. It's about creating new stuff, too.
Ooh, you're talking about that image and video generation stuff.
Yeah, that could spark a whole new wave of creativity, you know?
I'm thinking about folks who have these awesome stories to tell, but maybe they don't have the technical skills to, like, make a movie or draw a comic.
Right.
Gemini 2.0 could be the tool that helps them bring those stories to life.
It could be huge for, like, aspiring artists, filmmakers, anyone who wants to express themselves creatively.
Yeah. And it's like, what if creative potential wasn't limited by technical skill anymore?
That's a great question. Makes you wonder about the role of, like, a human artist then, right?
Oh, yeah. If AI can create stunning visuals and write beautiful music, what happens to the human artists? Do their skills become less valuable?
Some people think so. Others think it's more like AI becomes another tool.
Another tool in the creative toolbox.
Yeah. Like, think about photography. When it first came out, some people thought, oh no, this is the end of painting.
Right, because photos could capture reality so perfectly.
But instead, what happened?
Well, painting changed, evolved. We got impressionism, abstract art, all these new forms of expression.
Exactly. So maybe AI will do the same for other art forms.
Push human creativity in new and unexpected directions. I like that.
And throughout history, every time a new technology comes along, it shakes things up a bit.
The printing press, the telephone, the internet,
All game changers.
they all changed how we communicate, create, learn.
And AI is just the next chapter in that story.
A chapter with, like, a ton of potential, but also some potential pitfalls.
Right, like any powerful tool.
It's up to us to make sure it's used for good, for the benefit of humanity.
Couldn't agree more.
We need to be having those tough conversations about the ethics of it all.
Totally. What are the risks of job displacement?
Yeah. What about the potential for AI to be used to spread misinformation?
Or amplify existing biases? We can't just ignore these things.
We need safeguards, guidelines.
And we need to involve diverse voices in the development of AI. Make sure it reflects the values we want to see in the world.
Okay, so we've talked about the impact of Gemini 2.0 on learning, on creativity, on the future of work. But there's something else that really fascinates me about all this.
What's that?
It's how AI is changing our understanding of intelligence. Like, what does it even mean to be intelligent?
Whoa, deep question.
I know, right? But think about it. We're creating machines that can do things that we used to think only humans could do.
Like understand language, recognize patterns.
Even create art.
It's making us rethink our own definition of intelligence.
It's like, are we just really complex algorithms ourselves?
Or is there something special, something unique about human consciousness.
I don't know the answer, but it's definitely something to think about.
And some experts think that maybe consciousness isn't this, like, on-off switch.
Like you either have it or you don't.
Right. Maybe it's more of a spectrum.
With different levels of awareness.
Yeah, in different organisms, even in machines.
So we're expanding our view of consciousness, just like we're expanding our view of intelligence.
Exactly. And AI is pushing us to consider qualities like creativity, empathy, intuition, things we used to think were exclusively human.
And maybe, just maybe, they're not. Maybe intelligence takes many forms.
And we're just starting to understand the full spectrum of what's possible.
It's kind of humbling, you know. For centuries, humans have seen themselves as like the pinnacle of intelligence on Earth.
Top of the food chain.
But now we're creating machines that might be just as intelligent or even more so.
It's a whole new ballgame.
And it makes you wonder, what's next? What does the future hold for humanity in this age of AI?
It's both exciting and a little bit terrifying.
Totally. Like we're on the verge of something huge, something we can't even fully grasp yet.
And in all of this, it's crucial to remember one thing.
What's that?
Technology is a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it.
We have the power to shape its development, to make sure it serves humanity's best interests.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's not about fearing the future. It's about shaping it.
Using our collective wisdom and ingenuity.
Yeah. To create a future where AI helps us solve problems, not create new ones.
To make the world a better place for everyone.
Absolutely. And, you know, another thing that really blows my mind about Gemini 2.0 is its ability to, like, generate entirely new ideas.
Oh, yeah, we touched on that earlier.
But it's worth digging deeper.
I'm all ears.
Imagine using Gemini 2.0 to brainstorm solutions to, like, super complex problems. You describe the problem, the goal you want to achieve, and then boom.
Gemini 2.0 spits out a bunch of potential solutions.
Exactly. And some of them might be things we'd never even think of on our own.
It's like expanding our own creative capacity, helping us think outside the box.
Exactly. It's like having an AI brainstorming partner constantly pushing us to be more innovative.
And this could apply to so many fields.
Oh, totally. Scientific research, music composition, storytelling. The possibilities are endless.
It's like we're unlocking a whole new level of creative potential, both for humans and for AI.
Collaborating to push the boundaries of what's possible.
This is getting pretty philosophical now, but I'm loving it. It makes you wonder, what does it all mean? What does this mean for our understanding of consciousness, of creativity, of what it means to be human?
Those are the big questions, right?
Yeah.
And maybe AI can help us find the answers.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, when you have an AI that can, like, understand information, generate ideas, and even create art, it really makes you think about what it even means to be conscious, you know? Like, are we just complex algorithms? Or is there something more to human consciousness?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's a question that's, like, been around forever, but AI is definitely bringing a whole new perspective to the table. Like, if machines can create art and write poetry, things we used to think required consciousness, does that mean they're becoming conscious?
Or are they just really good at mimicking human behavior without actually understanding what they're doing?
It's a tough one to wrap your head around.
For sure. And there's no easy answer. There are some experts who believe that consciousness is just something that emerges from the complexity of our brains and that you can't just replicate that in a machine.
But then others think maybe it's more like a spectrum.
Yeah.
Like different organisms have different levels of awareness.
Exactly. And maybe machines fit somewhere on that spectrum too.
So maybe we're moving away from that idea of consciousness as like an on-off switch.
Totally.
It's not just, you know, you either have it or you don't. Maybe it's more nuanced than that.
Yeah. And just like with intelligence, you know, we used to think of intelligence as one thing, but now we're realizing there are all these different kinds of intelligence.
And AI is making us reconsider what it means to be intelligent too.
Totally. Like, it's pushing us to include things like creativity and empathy and even intuition in our definition of intelligence.
Qualities that, you know, we used to think were only human.
But maybe they're not. Maybe intelligence takes many different forms, and we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah, and in a way, AI is helping us understand ourselves better, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's like holding a mirror up to ourselves.
Seeing our own reflection in a whole new light.
Exactly. And not just understanding ourselves, but also our place in the universe.
Oh, right. For a long time, humans have kind of assumed we're the most intelligent beings around.
Top of the heap.
But now we're creating machines that might be just as intelligent, if not more so.
It's humbling, but it's also really exciting.
Like we're not alone anymore, at least not in our capacity for like intelligence and creativity.
And that brings me to one final thought that I want to leave everyone with. As we move further into this age of AI, it's important to remember this isn't just a technological revolution. It's a human one.
That's deep.
The choices that we make right now about how we develop and use AI are going to have a huge impact on what our world looks like in the future. Not just for us, but for generations to come.
It's powerful stuff. It's not about just sitting back and watching as technology changes everything. It's about being active participants in shaping that change.
Yeah. We have to use our values, our ethics, our creativity to steer AI in the right direction.
To make sure it's a force for good in the world.
Absolutely.
Huh.
So yeah, I think that's what I'm taking away from all this. We need to embrace the possibilities of AI, but we got to do it responsibly.
I think that's a perfect note to end on. So to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Gemini 2.0. We hope this conversation got you thinking, maybe even challenged some of your assumptions about AI.
And we hope you'll keep exploring this topic, keep those conversations going.
Absolutely. Think about the ethical implications and how you can be a part of shaping the future of AI. It's a future full of possibilities, and it's up to all of us to make it a good one.
So yeah, until next time, keep learning, keep exploring.
And keep imagining the possibilities.